My name is Kiran, and I'm the Senior Manager of Systems Engineering. I head up pre-sales for the West. Talking about a little bit on long distance running, because this is the time of the day you don't want to hear too many GANs, right? Just on a soft note, somebody asked me, how long do you run? So I said I run about 120 kilometers was my longest. And then he stared at me saying, how much time did you take? So I said about 12 hours. And quickly this guy says, so you're carrying your phone? I said, no, why would I carry my phone? So he was like, without phone for 12 hours? So that's the time we have here, right? So we cannot imagine that we cannot be connected for 12 hours. But then I showed him this watch, which basically gives me a real-time analysis of how far I've run so far, and what is the gradient that I've been running, and what's my real-time heart rate and cadence, and what's the real-time speed that I'm catching up with. So then I told him that I am a part of the digital world, as you may know it, right? So somewhere in the cloud, I have my data stored. I don't know where it's stored. I mean, I have my data here. Maybe somewhere in the Garmin servers, which I don't know. I mean, is it critical for me? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I need my data because I need to flaunt. I need to show people how long I have run last month or so, right? So, but I'm still there. So that is how we are. So our dependency on technology has become so much today that sometimes the only person we don't connect to probably, I think, is our own self. But that's how the technology and the things are changing around us, right? So I'm going to talk to you about a little bit on the transformation journey and where Dell EMC is today in this journey. So technology is transforming the way we live everywhere, right? All around us, the technology has transformed us. The kind of, I started my career in Dell EMC in 2010, and the kind of conversation that we used to have earlier with each one of you is very different from the conversation that we have today, right? And the kind of things that we deal with today, all around us, right? I mean, we are so dependent upon technology today, right? From booking everything, right? Booking cabs to everything, that we are dependent on technology all around us, like running with a watch, dependency on technology, right? So the technology around us has transformed so much. And in this transformation, what has happened to us is basically we've lost sight of something called the average human span, I guess. So everything that you ask me today, I can Google it easily. Everything that you ask me today, I can find it on the net, right? So that, they say, it has taken down our attention span from 12 seconds to 8. So I don't know how it was measured, but it's true that we really have to don't depend upon our own knowledge. Google's there for our knowledge. Yeah, that's the best thing you do. I can outsource everything to Google. So that's how it is. And what has transformed around us is like the things around us, the place we work, right? We can today, we are so much connected, right? We can work from everywhere. We are on the phones all the time, and we are doing our things, our businesses, everything around us in our little device that is in front of us. And right now, most of us are still looking at our devices, right? And doing so many things. So that's how we are, right? And on this process, every one of us are producing data, right? For example, I'm producing data as well in Go. I want to click pictures of something, or on a real time, I want to know where I am. I want to go to Google and figure out what am I, where am I going? What am I doing today? How much time is it going to take for me to go to office? So everything around us is, transformed. Okay, and there is a threat also, right? So there's a big threat that there is a, 2x attack, the cyber attacks. So when I was running the Mumbai Marathon, my bank was hacked. So I had 12 transactions of some between 6,000 and 12,000 being taken away from the bank. So I had to go to bank and then prove them that, I was actually not in South Africa from where the transaction has happened, And the bank asked me to prove that, so I had to give my running certificate and say, yeah, I was running Mumbai Marathon at that point in time, and the money was taken. So that's how, the whole thing has become, right? In all of these, the good thing that has happened is created opportunity all around us. Everywhere in this digital journey, right? We see all around us, there's an opportunity being created. There's a new business that is trying to be a part of this digital journey, right? And these opportunities, right, unless and until we don't capitalize on this opportunity and transform our business, then we are soon to be obsolete. So that's how the things are changing, right? Unless and until we don't capitalize, unless until we don't become digital, unless and until we don't have technology as a part of our business, then we'd soon be obsolete, probably will not be seen. So it's very important, equally, for you to actually evaluate as to how, what is my ingredient of my business? How integral is technology a part of my business, right? So, having said that, digital transformation is imminent today. All around us, things are transforming, right? So that's the reason why Dell Technology was formed, right? Dell Technology was formed to become the most prominent part of your data center across all. So we have, so many strategically aligned business, Dell EMC, Pivotal, RSA, SecureWorks, Virtual Stream, VMware, all this being a part of one company, which is with Dell Technologies, right? So this is probably, today we are in every data center in some way or the other, right? But this is what the gamut of our business is. So what has we done to contribute to this particular digital transformation, right? Innovation has been a key for Dell EMC, for Dell Technologies. Innovation in every form, right? That is how we've done a huge R&D investment, not just to innovate about the technology that we are actually selling, but to innovate on technologies that matters to you tomorrow. IoT, for example, IoT, right? For example, AI and ML. There's a huge number of investment that has happened from Dell Technologies in all of these fields, right? Every year we are moving forward with bigger investment on each of the fields. And, every year we are also investing a lot in, the new technology companies that are coming up, startups. What is the second thing that we're doing? We're creating value in each and everything, right? We have the most powerful supply chain today, right? Around the supply chain, we are creating values, right? We are building our partner ecosystems. We are creating multiple, different values across the globe. So having said that, what we have achieved in this whole journey till now is the leadership in whatever we do, right? So that's how we basically align ourselves in every field that we are doing, to excel in each and every field that we are actually, part of. So I'm going to take you through what are we actually part of in your own data center, right? The most important thing in each and every, company today is the application, because that is where the data is getting generated, right? The underlying infrastructure becomes powerful because the application demands, right? The underlying infrastructure becomes more agile because the application demands. So application is the heart and the key to every business, right? So having said that, there are increasing application, which is the third-party application, they are hosted in cloud. There is a legacy application which is predicted to be around 20% going forward, right? But there is a lot of new application being generated in the cloud. Now, if you're saying cloud, then cloud is basically where you are operating from. It's an operating model, right? It can be an in-house private cloud, a public cloud. Cloud is just an operating model. But every cloud needs an infrastructure to run, right? So be it, your compute infrastructure, network infrastructure, backup infrastructure, or it can be an archive infrastructure or underlying, software infrastructure. It needs an infrastructure to run, right? Now, these infrastructures and applications are used by certain users, right, which are connected over the network from a distance or, over the network in a way, whatever from. And all of these infrastructure, right from the edge to the core to the cloud and everything, has to be secured. I don't want my money to be taken away while I'm running, right? So it needs to be secured, right? So it has to be trusted. And this is what we call the beginning of the, this is where the transformation begins, right? So when we are talking about application being transformed, right? Now today, what is more important in the application, right? How secure is one thing, right? How agile you are. How soon are you able to come out with new things, right? That's where we talk about containerizing your applications. That way we talk about like, DevOps kind of a model where you actually come out with new application as quickly as you can, right? And that's the digital journey. That is the journey that you're talking about, digital transformation that you're talking about. A new age application hosted out of cloud. The second thing is the ID transformation, right? Your underlying infrastructure. Earlier we used to talk about storages, right? Multiple storages hosted out of one data center, which is having a copy of it in a nearline side in a real time and a copy of it in DR. And things have changed. We are actually talking about platform availability, right? We are talking about availability zones across different data centers. So that's how application transformation is happening. That is how the IT transformation is happening, right? We used to call the highly available systems with a lot of RAS features. Today we talk about hyperscale features, right? The other transformation is the workload transformation, workforce transformation. Earlier there used to be a system where we work. Now we talk about AR, VR. We want to feel, we want the real thing to happen, see in front of us how things are changing, change basically depending upon your mood or however you want to change, virtual reality kind of a thing, right? That is workforce transformation. And then the security transformation, we are creating a lot of new kind of SOCs with new kind of SIM, policies driven. So these are the new security transformation that we are creating. Now, all of this constitutes your data center. This is what you're going to have in your data centers, right? And all of this, if we actually have to sum up as to what are we, Dell Technologies, where are we in this whole, in this data center of yours? Here we have our Dell, systems. We have the Dell EMC infrastructure systems. We have the different storage systems as well as the HCI, the CI, the different kind of systems that we have for all workloads, different kind of use cases, right? And then we have the VMware for your cloud and the virtualization. And then in the application transformation, which is the most important thing. So virtual stream, again, right? Virtual stream is our high available cloud. And in the application transformation, we have Pivotal. And then on the security transformation, we have the SecureWorks, which is the security as a services and the RSA. Right? So this constitutes our story, right? So I didn't want to make up a long presentation of technology and bore you guys. This is the time when you probably would be thinking something, doing something, right? So this is what I wanted to sum up today, that Dell EMC as a company is the most prominent in your data center today in every aspect of your journey, your digital journey, in terms of your digital transformation, application transformation, or workforce transformation, IT transformation. We would love to be a part of your journey, and we'd love to be a part of your data center in every field. Of course, I would like to come and meet you and discuss more about running. Thank you so much, and this is all I had to say. Of course, so then there are Dell Technologies services and financial services to help you build this, right? So that completes everything. Thank you so much. This was brief, and thank you for your time.